situations and refresh their options faster than he is, as Toon Link is a very items-based player. If you're not allowed time to set up, even just to pull a bomb, and having enough a character having a disjoint can be really problematic in some of that setup, and especially one as fast as Mythra, as we're going to be seeing Mlarcin try and once again take their seat off of a very strong start to the season with multiple wins over Beast at this point. Let's see if that keep that ball rolling.
For sure, for sure.
I think they also had a recent second place finish at Platinum Star as well, with wins over Stefan. So Mlarcin and this Mythra are becoming more and more of a threat throughout the region and throughout the tri-state as a whole. But it's all about consistency here, and can you get past ObMcBob and not get frustrated by some of this item play that's going to come at him, and see if they can get out this juggle as well.
Yeah, the former Lucas Wolfman out here, like, slowly getting the percentage tacked on, actually losing the first stock after just sort of being very dominant at the beginning of that interaction right there. Just gonna go straight out with the Lightning Buster right there. Up we go, just recovering and somehow able to get the down air off of the scoop right there from the ledge. Really crazy stuff coming out from Mlarcin right here as we're resetting neutral on the second stock once again. Looking poised.
Yeah, great dash back in order to find that punish, and now we're going to see a little bit more damage. Gets the ray of punishment as well, but not trying to go off stage, instead just sitting at ledge, and the switch to the Pyra, and you know what they want. Pyra mains want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
Well, it is, isn't it? Definitely disgusting to say the least, for sure. But out here, this is like, I feel like Mythra is sort of like the true test, is that back air is going to take the stock for a Toon Link player, or anybody who's like sort of like a semi-decent zoner. It's like, how good are you at really just making your neutral that frustrating to play, to the point where you negate the speed and frame data of Mythra, and all of that doesn't matter, to the point where, like, you know, you make it hard for the character to get in. Because that's sort of the name of the game with, like, you know, a character like Toon Link, who is generally considered to be the worst of the Links. Not a bad character, despite that. You know, like, he's still a really great character in his own right. Got a lot of wonderful tools. His bomb is incredible and sets up perfectly into aerials, so arguably better than the other Links as you're seeing right there. But none of that matters against a Mythra who just knows how to mash in your face effectively, and what a neutral be. Ooble. Wow.
I love that Pyra players, or Aegis players, are starting to really find more and better uses for Pyra than just, sometimes I want to throw out side B and down air. And that Flame Nova offstage is just so good against low recoveries. Even if you're trading with Flame Nova is so unbelievably bad for basically any character, arguably including Aegis himself if they don't have the jump ready to recover. But it's going to show the growth from Mlarcin, because I know he was, like many players, he picked up Aegis partly because he enjoys the game, but partially because Mythra is so unbelievably pushed. But the more you're able to implement Pyra into your game plan, the more you're able to really showcase just how strong both the duo are in just about any situation. We see Mythra at these low percents. We see it get into like 40, 50, 60 rather easily. But then when you're on ledge, in advantage, the Pyra comes out and can really close out stocks.
Oh yeah, Pyra and Mythra are easily what Sakurai tried to make Zelda and Sheik for like the last 10 years. But he just never was able to implement it successfully. Zelda was just bad. And now, definitely like separate characters and good in their own regards. And now Pyra and Mythra, we actually have a successful implementation of that, where both characters have just such immense uses, both for just entirely different reasons as well. Mythra, of course, to tack on damage, Pyra to close out the stocks. However you want to play them. Woo! Good play right there. I love forcing him to double jump with the arrow right there at the bottom of the stage, and then just going for broke with the up B to finish it off right there. That is classic Link play, Ooble.
That was extremely clean of a call out, and once again, ObMcBob is like off to a strong start, off to a very solid lead, and it's not getting thrown away immediately by a solid edge guard. That Lightning Buster won't do it quite yet, and another attempt at Flame Nova using all of the resources off stage, and ObMcBob finds the reversal, but the good air drift on Pyra lets him get back in turn, and the clang into roll in. Mlarcin closing out that with the Pyra forward tilt, but now they have to make up a deficit here against ObMcBob, who's very willing to force, very ready and willing to force options out of Mlarcin and punish with out of shield play.
Yeah, that was definitely a really good air dodge and a good air drift on top of that. Did everything they had to do to make it back there. I thought if they really didn't stop holding in, if he didn't really stop holding in for a single second there, you know that Pyra with the uppie would not have been able to make it back right there. But they did. Mythra out here trying to tack on the damage once again, and firmly in the favor of ObMcBob right now, who's going to fall off the stage, but still has the bomb into the uppie. Actually, that was really cool. Utilizing the explosion of the bomb right there, timing his get-up attack so it exploded while he was intangible from it, and therefore he was able to actually get a little bit of a conversion off of it, or at the very least make it back to stage safely. That was really smart by ObMcBob.
All right, two things. Again, like showing off how familiar ObMcBob with his character, calling out the roll away in order to get that up smash, but the unfortunate nature of just missing the grab after calling out the roll in, and because it's a tether grab, there's a bunch of extra lag on that. But an even game going into this, the Town and City counterpick really helping out with some of these kill setups and the platform layouts, like the retreat, the double jump retreat to the platform in order to have time to pull bomb. And Toon Link with a bomb is so much more devastating than Toon Link without one.
Oh, absolutely. I think I said it earlier. I think Toon Link low-key has arguably the best bomb out of all the links. The angle it sends at, and the conversion you get off of it, plus the mask of like the weird toony animation that comes out with it. You see right there trying to do a falling up air behind the smoke screen is just so good, as that boomerang is going to go right through the blazing end right there. Throwing forward to try to get them off stage once again. Neutrals and stage control firmly in the favor of ObMcBob, who's going to jump into the up B right there, and not going to get too much of a punish for it, but still, both these players hanging back and forth against each other right now. Mlarcin is still up right now, trying to use the Flame Nova off the stage right there to catch Toon Link out of their intangibility. I have no idea who's going to take this one. Ooble!
Ooh, but we get our answer immediately, Nintunis. There it is, with the bomb throw down into the up air, positioning very nicely a little bit forward, and with that up air, lingering, and not only lingering, but also extremely strong, closing out the stock of those high percents. Had a chance on that top platform a little bit earlier to close out the stock, but it comes in a little bit later, and Mlarcin taking a little bit of a drink and taking a breath in order to try and deal with this Toon Link that is just being very overwhelming. And one of the frustrating things about Toon Link is that while he has a lot of really strong attributes in his own right, being extremely floaty as oh, right, he changed his skin. I guess he did not want to. Sure.
Either changed his skin or maybe Battlefield was a mistake on the screen or something. Probably the former, as you could probably think. You know, you usually don't accidentally pick the wrong stage too much anymore. See, but Mlarcin just crossing his arms.
He's like, all right, that jab was petty.
All right, buddy. All right, come on. We're all trying to have a good time at the Smash tournament. We're having fun.
Oh my god.
And you are stopping me from getting to Philly right now.
The arms cross was just iconic. Just like, okay. Okay.
It definitely was. You definitely think, like, with how often Mlarcin uses Twitter, and that's exactly what he looks like. While he does it, and then he just somehow is able to type on his screen, like, with his arms crossed.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Text-to-speech.
Text-to-speech for sure. All right, here we go.
That was cheeky, going into the down air for perhaps more damage, and, you know, any little optimization help, especially on ledge like that, you're not able to get more. But a stage like Battlefield just offers a lot more for Pyra, just as much as it does Mythra. Oh, but bomb from ledge, almost finding a cheeky reversal, but Mlarcin will absolutely win that trade, and he'll absolutely find that stock with the massive dash attack on Pyra. The smaller stage on top of a lot of platform play means that the longer range of Pyra on top of how many times you can just auto-cancel some of your aerials, this is going to be a playground for the Aegis if ObMcBob can't close out something and find a means of extra coverage with some of these platforms, whether it be either hunting for landings or trying to cover with more up airs.
And Mlarcin just absolutely slapping his face, like, after he was able to land that dash attack right there. That was so clean to get the air dodge out of that. Beautiful way to cover disadvantage. And now we're on Battlefield. Linear landings of the Toon Link might be a little harder to get around the big sword, big up air of Pyra and Mythra right here, as we see Mlarcin taking full advantage of that, resetting stage control right here against the bomb. Off stage with the Flame Nova again. This is really just This is textbook at this point. He was able to just keep him in disadvantage off stage with the Pyra, able to keep them in the air just with the big sword. Battlefield just sort of assists in that a little bit. When the neutral's actually out, it can actually be a little harder if the Toon Link knows how to actually control themselves and utilize Z-drops on the platforms, make it that much harder. Oh, the little baby toe hit, Ubel. Wow.
Okay, so that
clean.
that looked like it was just practice, poised, and punishing for ObMcBob, just letting Mlarcin go to what felt like Mlarcin's